Good evening. We always think of keeping ourselves cool in the heat, but what about our animals?
And with the temperatures peaking into the low 100s this weekend, there are things you need to know to make sure that your companion's health is not put into jeopardy. News Channel 9's Alyssa Spirato spoke to a local veterinarian and McKamey Animal Shelter today and has everything you need to know. Alyssa.
Lindsay, Kim, what I found out today is that animals and humans aren't very different when it comes to handling scorching temperatures. And if you don't handle it right, you could put your dog in a very dangerous situation.
It's times like these that veterinarians like Dr. Jamie Craven see a hike in appointments at Animal Clinic East on Gunbarrel. Most of the time, the problems are heat-related.
And unfortunately, we start seeing it more when the temperature goes up, and then people start leaving their animals in their cars without any ventilation, or they're leaving them outside without any water, or they're exercising them. So we do see it an awful lot.
One of the things Dr. Craven sees, heat stroke. He says although it's tempting, with temperatures like these, you may want to hedge keeping the dog outside or putting him outside at all.
Their animals can't sweat. Unlike us, we do sweat, and that's how we're going to cool down. Animals can't do it, so they have to rely on panting. And unfortunately, that sometimes gets them into trouble.
Dogs that are just laying out with no shelter.
Brandon Bennett works with McKamey Animal Shelter and sees dogs in the heat on a daily basis. So I hopped in the truck and drove around with them to see what we can find. What we did find was staggering.
His water's too far. Now it's just all breaking laws.
We saw over a dozen dogs left outside, some without food and water.
It's not safe in this heat, especially as hot as it's been the last couple of weeks, as hot as it's going to get this weekend. Being in 90, 100-degree weather, no food, no water, no shelter.
And when you pair no heat, little water, and no shelter, it could become a deadly combination.
And as their body temperature starts to go up, then things start to happen, one step after another, and what you'll see is they can become hyperthermic or have heat stroke.
Also, knowing the signs of heat stroke is key. Dr. Craven says if for any reason your animal has to be outside and you find him or her heavy panting, vomiting, or just not acting like themselves, get them medical help immediately. Lindsay, back to you.
Alyssa, thank you.